team, and he's going to do a good job and has been doing a great job of not turning the ball over with 10 touchdowns and 0 interceptions.
Yeah, he has been mistake-free. Meanwhile, on the other end, DJ Irons, boy, he has the size and someone that when you watch him on tape, he just seems to be growing into his position.
Yes, like you said, growing in his position, DJ Irons, he does a good job of spreading the ball around. And one thing that Coach Moorhead is really excited about this year is that he's going to be able to use his legs and be able to add that into the offense.
Both coaches having their pre-game chat as they get ready for this one. Two coaches who certainly know how to deal with offenses, especially with programs that have been maybe in flux. Joe Moorhead certainly identified the challenges of being able to take over a program from square one, and that's something Scott Loeffler absolutely knows a lot about. He's in year 4 now with his Bowling Green Falcon team, and boy, in talking to him this week, he seemed very confident when you have a quarterback like Matt McDonald playing the way that he has, mistake-free, as you said, Ryan. He has been terrific to start the year, really turning heads. One of only 3 QBs in the entire country to not only have no turnovers, but also double-digit touchdown passes. And Bowling Green will get the football to start off here first. We welcome everybody in. What a glorious day to begin MAC football here today. It's a fresh slate. Both coaches talked about it all week, Ryan, that, look, they both have been through gauntlets. We mean really difficult facilities that they've gone into, SEC, Big Ten, Pac-12, you name it. Both these teams have dealt with it so far.
Said that he loves that the MAC is one of the greatest places to play because everybody is balanced right now. Everybody is either 1-3 or 2-2. So let's go into it.
All right, ball is into the air, and we are underway at Infocision Stadium. And immediately the nice return for the Falcons, still on his feet, out to midfield. You want to talk about terrific starting field position, and the Falcons have done just that thanks to Teron Keith, somebody you're going to be hearing plenty from today. He's a big part of their offensive packages.
You always want to start off game fast, and that's one thing that right now that the Falcons are doing. They start the game off fast. They have Teron in there who's going to just get them on the ball at the 50-yard line, and let's just see how this offense rolls today.
Love it when special teams get a chance to set you up. That's something that Loeffler talked about this week, having good opportunities, especially in the return game, and we are underway. Nowhere to go on that initial carry. So Matt McDonald, the starting quarterback for the Falcons, this is his 21st start, somebody that brings plenty of experience.
Yeah, you always want to have an experienced quarterback behind the helm. Last week he didn't play, but now he's back in here in MAC action and looking forward to running this offense.
2nd down and 10. The inside give, nowhere to go. Akron is there defensively up the middle, so not much room to run for Jamal Johnson.
Yeah, Jamal Johnson just ran into big Zach Morton. I'm sorry about that. Number 3 for the Zips. He's out there, set the edge, then allow the Falcons to go anywhere.
Boy, Morton has been a terror for opposing offenses so far this year. He's been terrific. Last week he had a sack, tackle for a loss, forced fumble. McDonald forced to scramble, pitching over the middle and caught near the 40. And they are in business with the first down throw and catch before it's finally whistled dead. And C.J. Lewis has got that first down for the Falcons.
Akron sends the blitz, but unfortunately they weren't able to get there. Matt McDonald steps up into the pocket and finds Mr. C.J. Lewis on the crossing route. Great play by Matt.
The senior transfer out of Boston College. Embry is in motion. McDonald rolling out to the right. He is looking up top, some contact, and did his receiver grab the ball? He did, plus the flag. Embry is there with what looks to be a first down. Their offense is ready to pounce.
They start off with the run with the first drive, and then set it up with this play action fake.
Pass interference. Defense number 8. Penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Right here, like we said before, they get McDonald on the edge, has a great arm, puts the ball up only where his receiver can get it, causes the pass interference, but still is able to come up with the catch. Great catch, Embry.
It's already down to the 5-yard line. McDonald throws into the end zone. That one drifts out of bounds for an incompletion.
Already, we're seeing that we're putting the ball into McDonald's hands. They already have the ball at the 5-yard line. Obviously, there was a big shot. Then the next play, they come right back to C.J. Lewis with the fade ball. Good, just better coverage by the Zips.
Yeah, Tyson Durant right there. You've seen that on tape from Durant so far this year. Kind of Johnny on the spot, has made some terrific defensive plays. McDonald, again, the end zone. Same general direction, and that one sails out of bounds. Intended target, Odu-Hilaire, but nothing doing, sets up a very important third down already.
Zips are in great position. They try to do a pick route, and the pick route is when one receiver runs behind the other and pick the two defenders, which actually the Zips do a good job of just being in position, and it was nowhere for McDonald to be able to throw this pass.
3rd down and 5. McDonald again looking left. Throws. Ball is incomplete. Hilaire could not make the grab. He bobbled it. Would have been a sure 6. Instead, it looks like Akron gets a mighty big hold early in this ball game.
So the Falcons threw the ball 3 times to the corner of the end zone, and on the 3rd time, C.J. Lewis has the ball in his hands. One thing I've seen Randy Moss say before, if you're a receiver and the ball touches your hands, you have to come up with it. He's gonna go back on the sideline and wish he had that one back.
So Mason Lawler will attempt the field goal. 22-yarder. There is all sorts of movement, and this could be a huge call. A mistake you do not want to make. Obviously, lots of finger pointing going on.
Offside. Defense, number 15. Half the distance to the goal. Retry.
This was actually a bit of a blessing for the Zips right here. The fact that it's 4th and goal, they can't get the first down if they even get the yardage. But we actually see the offense is coming back onto the field right now, so it actually might not be a blessing.
Wait, that is an interesting call because now it sets up a 4th down situation at the 3. Loeffler wants to be aggressive. He's got his experienced quarterback out there, so what could be a huge special teams blunder. We already saw one on the return, and now you have one that gives the Falcons more life and another chance at 6.
They're being aggressive. They have a big personnel in.
The pitch to the outside. Tackled towards the goal line. Did the Zips get the stop? It looks like they did. Incredible effort.
The Falcons try to be aggressive right here on this play call. They get the perfect situation. 4th and 2 on the goal. They want to be aggressive, put the big personnel in, and try to do a mixed direction. But Botan was right there for the play. That's a great sideline effort by number 9, Botan, Jesslor Botan. And this is a phenomenal play.
Zips get the football next.
Dish and Sling customers, ESPN is no longer available on your TV lineup. Don't miss out on college football, Monday Night Football, MLB, SportsCenter, and more. Go to keepmyespn.com for more information.
Thank you all for being here today. You are here because you made the decision to be collegiate student athletes. So let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if you want to win a conference championship, if you want to win a national championship. Now keep your hands up if you're willing to wake up 4:30 in the morning for mandatory workouts, if you're willing to put student first. So I'll ask you, are you willing to compete? Are you willing to execute? And are you willing to be a leader? Are you ready?
Need a backup plan? Get Plan B one step. Plan B helps prevent pregnancy before it starts by temporarily delaying ovulation. And you can resume your regular birth control right away. I've got this.
Speak your truth without saying a word. Colorish Reds of Worth. 6 elegantly saturated wearable shades that make the ultimate statement. Rediscover the power of red. From L'Oréal Paris. Because you're worth it.
Back to Benzema. 1-0 to Real Madrid. Siempre somos los dueños del juego. Billones, billones, empezamos de cero. We're making it. Dinero, dinero, y no vamos a parar.
Everyone is ready for Monday Night Football. Stafford, Kupp, and the Rams meet Jimmy G, Bosa, and the Niners.
Here's the problem. Nobody knows what Hulu Plus Live TV is.
Yeah, it comes with over 75 live channels with sports like NFL games, plus Disney Plus, plus ESPN Plus.
What if we call it Hulu Plus Live TV Plus Plus Plus?
That's dumb, but we're going to go with it.
Welcome back. We had our first turnover on downs, the huge stop by that Akron Zip defense. That's the good news. The bad news is you're operating well within the shadows of your own goalpost to start things out.
I think that's why Coach Loeffler made that decision, because he understands that they put them in a tough situation. So if the Zips can't do anything, it's a tough time for them.
All right, the handoff, just to give some breathing room to that Zip offense, goes up the middle for Cam Wiley. Not much room to run, setting up second down. But when we talk about emotions of a game, you get a stop like that, that is huge for not only the defensive team, but the offense starts to feed off something like that.
Yeah, it definitely gives you momentum. You understand that now the momentum is on your side, and all Akron has to do right here is get this first down, and this can be a beautiful drive for them.
2nd and 8. Wiley back there with his quarterback. DJ Irons, his 8th start for the Zips. Another handoff. Wiley maneuvering his way out to about the 8-yard line. Sets up now 3rd and much more manageable, just 2 yards.
So 3rd and manageable now, they can decide if they want to run, if they want to pass, and they're going to put the ball in DJ Irons' hands and let him decide. This empty formations allows DJ Iron to see if it's going to be a blitz or not, and if he can decide if he wants to run or throw it.
He's got his tight end, TJ Banks, in the slot. He will keep it and run up the middle. He'll get the first down. Critical run and decision-making by DJ Irons. We haven't seen a lot of that from him so far this year, but you can see he certainly has the ability to read and react and make you pay on the ground.
Right, and like Coach Moorhead said earlier this year, that he's going to put the ball on DJ a little bit more and want him to run a little bit more as well, and we've seen that right here on that 3rd down.
From their own 14, out of the gun again. Irons with time to throw. Looks down the middle. He had his man, Daniel George, off his paws, and incomplete. Would have been a sizable gain. That throw was right on the money.
Right on the money, but who was even a little bit better? Mr. Deshaun Jones. He's right there in coverage. He has his hands right in place so that the receiver was not able to make the catch, and Mr. George wasn't able to come down with it.
He'll go again from the gun, and this time that play had nowhere to go as he tried to run it once again. Did Irons. Blaine Spires was there on the tackle.
I see already in this offense that they're trying to get Irons the ball with his feet a little bit more, and the Falcons are prepared for it. So now it's a 3rd and long situation.
Irons on 3rd and 10. Time to throw again. Has his man. Connects out to the 30-yard line for the first down. And that is number 18, the 5th-year senior, Jacques Louis.
So Akron gets the ball, and now they're in great field position. They're moving the ball like they want to, and that's the one beautiful thing about getting out of that goal-to-goal situation. Now they changed the field position and is in their hands.
All right, they'll set up the screen. Again, this is Louis trying to push the pile, and he's getting some momentum and had some help as well. Out to about the 37-yard line. Zips offense on the move.
They're throwing a little bit of pass and running here right now. I like how they're changing the pace, but then also speeding the pace up on this Bowling Green defense.
Pitch to the left side, but this time gang of defenders there for BG to make the stop. Wiley going nowhere.
So the Zips try to do a flare pass, but the Falcons do a good job of reading it right here. And it was almost an interception, but it was just a better play by Wiley to help them get something out of nothing.
Third down needs to get to the 40. That pass looked to be complete as the Zips keep it going. Daniel George able to run out of bounds past the first down marker.
Akron, right, on this drive they're establishing a bunch of short plays, just like little handoffs, so they can get the big play, and I like what they're doing right now.
Wiley in motion. This time, holds it back, keeps it, and runs. Irons navigating his way out to midfield. That's about as long as you want to hold on to that ball inside that mesh point, Ryan.
Yeah, he held it for a while. And DJ Irons, one thing about being a running style quarterback, you have that mesh point. So you're reading the DN to make sure if he's going to bite on the running back or he's going to bite on you. And he made the right decision on that one.
All right, that time, there is a flag on the play. Huge hit as Bowling Green absolutely ready for that play.
We have a flag on the play.
Jordan Anderson made the big-time hit.
Offense at 76. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Second down.
So worst of both worlds there. Not only do you get the big hit, as Tom Stapleton weighs in for the second time today. We'll take a look at the hold, but not only do you get your
second down
offensive player smacked, but you also go backwards.
Yeah, that's not good in either situation right there for the Zips. So now they have a second and long, and this is the type of situation where you might do a draw screen, something short, so you can just get back into a manageable third down situation.
Wynn picking up here at Infocision, and that ball is loose on the field. Did the Falcons pounce? They are pointing in the direction of that Akron end zone, and the call is made. Falcons force the turnover. J.B. Brown comes away with the football.
Coach Leffler said in the press conference that he wants to get more pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they do right here with DJ Irons. Irons tries to step into the pocket, but unfortunately wasn't aware of where the defender was at. And he, one thing quarterbacks all hate is getting this strip sack, and that's what happened right here. And this was a phenomenal play by number 33, which allowed him to be able to, the Falcons defense to come back with the ball.
Demetrius Hardeman was there with the sack, forced the fumble, and Bowling Green was there quickly. They'll take over the football next.
Ever feel like some days you just don't want to be you? Maybe you're feeling down, or mad, or like you don't belong. Maybe you just feel school, parents, friends, social media, drugs, the pressure to look a certain way, do a certain thing, be a certain version of yourself, when you really just want to feel unique. The important thing is to send the message. Tell someone you trust how you feel. And if that seems too hard, go to talkheals.org.
Let's take it slow. Slow.
Mom?
Wow. And we'll check them both for free.
Yes.
Fix Finder, the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes.
What makes L'Oreal Paris Hyaluronic Acid Serum loved by so many?
Our highest concentration of pure hyaluronic acid. Over time, wrinkles are visibly reduced. Skin is replumped. 100% of women showed an improvement. Revitalift Hyaluronic Acid Serum by L'Oreal Paris.
You're a CIO in 2022. So what's on the agenda? Threat briefings, IT meetings, and lots of coffee. With fully integrated security solutions all in one place. You're ready. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Need
some help?
Yes.
If you need it, we have it. QT, more than a gas station.
Grammarly adds confidence so you don't undermine your message. And offers rewrites so your ideas come through clearly. Try Grammarly today at Grammarly.com.
Lights out and away we go. Verstappen and Leclerc. Let's go, yes. Unbelievable stuff.
Good field position again for Bowling Green and their offense, and Matt McDonald, who has been absolutely terrific offensively. You see the numbers there. Rarefied air, only 3 quarterbacks in the country with numbers like that. McDonald, all that experience, and his head coach, Scott Loeffler, could not help but heap plenty of positivity and praise about what he's been able to do so far. Now under center, and that is the give. And some room to run by Mosley. And he's still on his feet, past the 20. But things open up. Make that Jalen Embry. Things opened up for Embry that time. And he was able to make the most of it.
So the Falcons get on the edge, and then they have big Mr. Patterson with the block, number 28, and allow Embry to just follow his reads, slow down the pace of the offense, and be able to get a large gain right here.
So they get a first down now already in the red zone on the 20-yard line. McDonald, the handoff. Gets a few to the left side. That's Jason Patterson. Last week had 7 carries for 23 yards in the loss at Mississippi State.
One thing the Falcons aren't going to complain about is having a 4-yard gain. Right there, that was a nice little 4-yard gain by Patterson. Allowed them to be able to control the pace of this game, and that's what they're going to keep trying to get, those type of plays.
Well, they had Kroom in motion. Instead, the handoff inside the 10-yard line. That'll be enough for another Falcon first down. Patterson on the move.
So the difference between the first drive and this drive is that they're getting the balls to their playmakers a little bit faster. The first drive, the Falcons, they had the shot downfield with also the pass interference. But this drive, they're giving it to the running backs and handing the ball off to their playmakers early and allowing them to make plays for them.
From the 10, they give over to Keith, and he is bottled up. Keith has been a weapon so far this year for the Falcons, both dealing with those handoffs and also they've been able to find him out of the backfield. He has a catch in 16 straight games for the Falcons.
It's always good to have a running back that can catch the ball and actually give another weapon to the QB in the passing game, and that's what Keith does to this Bowling Green offense.
They go a little tighter with Andrew Bench on the field, with Kroom out there as well. McDonald will step up in the pocket, and he'll try to run. He'll get to about the 10-yard line. May have been a gain of 2 or 3. Now, we've already seen that zip defense get a big stop down here. And we'll see if the Falcons can respond on another big early third down.
I was watching McDonald right here. He was looking to see if he can get this corner pass in the corner of the end zone, but the zip defense was prepared for it, so he had to step up, and now it's a 3rd and long for this Bowling Green offense.
Already under 5 minutes left here in the first. McDonald will throw into the end zone, sails to the back corner, and it looks like another Akron zip stop defensively. Intended target, C.J. Lewis, but pretty good coverage there by Nate Thompson. Nowhere to go with the football.
So one thing that we heard earlier this week was Coach Moorhead saying that he would like to get in the red zone more, but actually right now, Coach Loeffler would like the same thing from his Bowling Green offense. They're getting to the red zone, but unfortunately, they can't capitalize. And right now, they have to kick the field goal.
28 yards for Mason Lawler to put the Falcons up on top. And it is through the uprights. We have our first score of the ball game. The Falcons, they make it happen with 3 on the drive. Akron will have it coming up next.
The person you present to the world doesn't always feel like the real you. And by turning to drugs and alcohol to cope or pretending like you're fine doesn't make those feelings go away. If you feel depressed, anxious, or just off, talk to someone about it. Get help at talkheals.org.
Another busy day? Of course it is. You're a CIO in 2022. But you're covered with security that protects your company everywhere, on-premise, in the cloud, and right here too. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
What makes L'Oreal Paris Hyaluronic Acid Serum loved by so many?
Our highest concentration of pure hyaluronic acid. Over time, wrinkles are visibly reduced. Skin is replumped. 100% of women showed an improvement. Revitalift Hyaluronic Acid Serum by L'Oreal Paris.
So if you're happy and you know it, throw your hands up and show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And if you love the life you're living, go ahead and dive right in and shake it like you mean it. Do a little dance. Show me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Find your happiness in San Diego.
If you know, you know.
Crispy corners, sauce on top.
If you know, you know.
Detroit style is back at Pizza Hut, just $12.99. You are trouble. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Take a brand new record, play it, turn me on to something good. Take a brand new record, play it, turn me on to something good. Turn me on to something good.
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, every way. That makes you the hero of every purchase. What's in your wallet?
Welcome back, InfoCision Stadium. You see the MAC Championship rings. Those are looking good. Ryan Shazier's got some of those rings for some championships, I imagine. Those women, the track and field team here at Akron. We welcome you back. The Falcons with a 3-0 lead. Zip's about to get the football. Again, they've been deep in their own territory to start things out. They did get the stop that they needed, preventing a couple possessions from ending up in touchdowns. Zip defense got to feel good. They've only given up 3 points.
As a defense, you have to feel wonderful about that.
Fielded at the 12. And they blow this one dead pretty early.
Fair catch. Ball be placed at the spot of the catch. Number 18, first down.
That's Shockey Jacques Louis. Apparently signaling for the fair catch, which means the Zip offense going to start deep in their own end once again. So a mistake there. We've seen some special teams mistakes now.
Thank you.
Yeah, in that situation, number 35 actually called a fair catch. So it wasn't even Shockey the one that called a fair catch. They just, once somebody on your team calls a fair catch, Blake Hester called a fair catch. Once somebody calls fair catch, nobody can run the ball. So
Zips have already allowed a huge return They've jumped off sides on a field goal. And now that. So 3 special teams blunders already, and things not going well at all at the start of the possession for DJ Irons, who's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bowling Green defense sends a blitz right here, and Mr. Darren Anders and the D lineman, they do a good job of actually getting in the backfield, allowing this play to get caught up.
George with the catch. Nice tackle to bring him down at the 18-yard line, or it would have been more. Deshaun Jones was there to make the stop.
Irons is doing a good job of just getting George involved. Is one of his main targets, and just making sure they move the chains.
This time, that ball picked off the Falcons' defense. Can he get into the end zone? He makes a dive to the pylon. The signal is up, and it's a score. Pick 6 for the Falcons. An incredible play.
Ruling on the field is an interception returned for a touchdown.
Jalen Burton. How did he get that all the way to the end zone?
Oh my God, this is such a phenomenal play by the Falcons and this Bowling Green defense. First of all, they send the blitz, and Irons already has been sacked and strip sacked, which causes him to rush this and allow number 18, Jalen Burton, to jump the route, and the rest is up to the playmaker. All he did was follow his blocks and get into that end zone. That's all you wish for as a defender. I know about that. I only have one of those in my career, and that's a good feeling right there.
That's gotta feel unbelievably good. Not only do you make the play, you convert that poor throw into a touchdown, so Burton gets into the end zone and a chance to make it 10-0 for the Falcons. Burton already with 2 pass breakups so far this season. The 5'10 sophomore, Carmel Catholic is where he played his high school football. And hey, if the offense isn't getting 6 for you, the defense can take it from there. And that's exactly what happened. An incredible turn of events early in this one. The interception, and Burton takes it to the house. 10-0, Falcons on top.
As you just continue to see, Burton just jumps this route. DJ Irons is rushing the throw, and when you get the ball in your hand as a defensive player, you're not used to having blocks, so you just follow the jerseys that look like yours. And Jalen Burton does that. He gets behind all the white jerseys and stumbles his way into the end zone. That's a phenomenal play.
Did you feel good once in a while, either forcing turnovers or seeing that happen, and now the defensive guys have the football, and all of a sudden the offensive guys have to be the tacklers?
Yeah, it's the one thing about playing defense is you understand the offense does not know how to tackle. So the only thing is that you just have to stay away from the old lineman. So as a DB, if you get past the old lineman, you understand the running backs, the receivers, and the quarterbacks can't tackle as well. So you just have to make sure the big bodies don't fall on you.
All right, defensive guys may have trouble holding onto the football, although that was not an issue, at least on that play by Burton. But you see some of those corners, and then the coaches will remind you that's why you're playing on defense.
Yeah.
But then it works both ways, because the offensive guys can't exactly tackle.
Yeah, so when those offensive guys are on special teams and they have to practice tackling during the week, tackling the dummy, it's not pretty. So it's always fun when they have to get on the opposite end.
All right, Akron getting the football already for a 4th time. And this is Jacques Louis again, staying on his feet. He has a crease down the sidelines, past the 40. Can he get all the way to the house? He's finally driven out of bounds at the 3-yard line. And finally the zip special teams make a big play.
The special teams today have been making a name for themselves. Now the Zips is their turn, and Mr. Jacques Louis has done what he has to do. First, he gets the kick return on the opposite end, breaks 2 tackles. That's what you want from any offensive player, and then the rest is up to him. He gets down the sideline and gets all the way to the 4-yard line, and now he gives his Zips an opportunity to get into the end zone as well.
Oh, this is just what the doctor ordered for that Zips offense, which has been plagued by bad field position. Now they have themselves a golden opportunity at the 3-yard line. No go from the gun. Irons. Had name in motion. The handoff up the middle. Clyde Price gets into the end zone. And that is exactly the type of possession head coach Joe Moorhead would love to see. 1 play, 6 on the board.
The Zips, this is exactly what they needed. They got behind their big old line and just pushed the power forward and allow Mr. Clyde Price to ease his way into the end zone. They've been able to run the ball well all day. They just haven't been able to get into the red zone. And once they get into the red zone, what Coach Moorhead wanted is exactly what they got, a touchdown.
Price hasn't gotten a ton of carries this year, but no one bigger than that as he's able to carve into that deficit. The extra point by Noah Perez is true, and 10-7 just like that after the big special teams play. Akron getting closer. BG will have it.
You see this push by his O-line, and Price just follows his O-lineman into the end zone. He's a big body guy, 6'1", 220. He's a bigger body. So when those bigger bodies fall like Derrick Henry, they fall forward. They rarely fall backwards. And that's exactly why they have Mr. Price in this situation right here.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a spark. A big play by special teams. We've seen so many special teams plays already that have factored into this ball game.
That's some action for you.
Well, that's exactly what you come to see. You knew debut of conference action between these two teams, and boy, both coaches talked about it in the week in the lead up. They love the challenges of going on the road into the SEC or whether it's into the Big Ten schools. They love those challenges, but it's almost a reset. In fact, in talking to Scott Loeffler, he talked about how they divide the season into 3 seasons. You have that out of conference, then those first 4 or so games in conference. That's their second season. That's where they're at right now. Kickoff will be handled at the 4-yard line. And now the Falcons got some breathing room on a nice return.
Mr. Keefe tried to get one himself right here. He's seen how Mr. Luis was able to get to the 4-yard line, and he's already had one to the 50, so he was trying to do him back. But this is a good return by the Falcons and allowed them to have great field position on the 28-yard line.
All right, just a tick under 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. McDonald under center. This will be a straight handoff from behind. And it looks like Patterson has a few. Make that Jamal Johnson up the middle. And Jamal Johnson banged up earlier this year against UCLA, so he has been trying to get that body right. And it was a little unclear leading up to this game whether or not he would see action, and he's been out there so far the entire game. McDonald, 2nd and 7, has to pull it down. He'll get out past the 35. However, a flag is thrown into the direction of where holding usually is called.
This is why McDonald is so good at quarterback. He sees something that he doesn't like, and then he puts the ball up.
Holding, defense number 15. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
KJ Martin, the culprit, called for holding, so it'll go the other way.
Yeah, the defensive holding. You see right there, you're not allowed to grab guys like that, and especially when they're receivers.
Yeah, he was holding Patterson, so that's the automatic first down. And now the Falcons closing in on midfield. They're at the 45. Hilaire in motion to the far side. McDonald will uncork one down the field. And with a head turned, they got a flag thrown in there. The ball was intended for Hilaire. On the coverage, Rashad Hentz.
Bolin is doing a lot of these switch routes.
Pass interference. Defense, number 26. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
They're doing a lot of these switch curl routes, and it puts the defense in a really tough position. And as a defender, you try to be as close as you can to the receivers, but you have to make sure you look back. And he looked back a little bit too late, and when you look back too late, they call pass interference.
Yeah, ball little underthrown. Sometimes that becomes fortuitous for the offense.
Yeah, as a defensive player, you hate that.
It's a handoff by the Falcons and a missed tackle. And all the way out, Patterson is to about the 26-yard line. They found something there in the running game.
That was just a good play by Patterson. You watch him, he follows his line. They get a push, but makes a man miss, and then just gets the ball upfield. This is what you want from any running back every day of the week.
Nate Thompson credited with the tackle. Another handoff.
Patterson.
And it's Patterson again now for the Falcons.
Wrapped up by Tim Terry.
They end up doing a counter play right here and had Levy Gajeric with the lead blocker, which allowed him to have a nice 3-yard gain.
This time, Jamal Johnson nowhere to go. The Zips getting into the backfield to make that stop.
Ryan Johnson just shoots the gap, and that's one thing that all offenses hate. When somebody shoots the gap in the run game, it slows down what you can do on offense, and it doesn't allow the running backs to make the type of cuts or the reads that they really want to make.
3rd and 11. Pay attention to Teron Keith. They love him in these third down situations, and he is back on the football field. Hilaire in the slot. They need 11. McDonald. Boy, he has nowhere to go. He is taken down at the 40-yard line with the sack.
Number one, Curtis Harper gets the sack, but I have to give the credit to Ryan Johnson. He gets off of the edge and just shoots the gap, and it doesn't allow McDonald to step up and make a play.
Well, that'll do it for the first quarter. Falcons up 10-7. The big stop there. Don't go anywhere. We still have 3 quarters left. Back football on ESPN.
Another busy day? Of course it is. You're a CIO in 2022. But you're covered with security that protects your company everywhere, on-premise, in the cloud, and right here too. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate. To put the world on pause. Lindor Almond Butter, made to melt you. By the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
This time, it will be different. This time, maybe the only way he can die is if I die too.
Halloween ends. Rated R.
Wait! Did you download Grammarly?
If you want to ace this paper, then don't press submit. Grammarly helps you clean up your messy, confusing sentences to get your point across clearly. Sorry I'm late. Did you know that Grammarly checks against billions of sites and catches any accidental plagiarism? Looks like an A+ to me. Looks like we got to the CEO position.
If you know, you know.
Crispy corners, sauce on top.
If you know, you know.
Detroit style is back at Pizza Hut, just $12.99. You are trouble. No one outpizzas the Hut.
With Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more.
Yeah, try that breakfast burrito.
There isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
I actually like hot sauce.
How about guacamole?
I don't really know what we're talking about anymore.
Burritos.
Insurance.
Geico.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It has always started with the call to serve, fighting and winning for our nation. But Marines are never really finished. They serve in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis. Always faithful, always Marine.
Quarter number 2. Zips fans assembled on the hill. Sitting room only, I guess you'd say. Zippy enjoying the action as we have Bowling Green. The Akron Zips, right now the Falcons up 10-7. And the Zips about to get the football deep in their own end again. The fair catch at the 7-yard line. That is where the Zips will start out offensively. They have 3 first downs so far in this game. Able to get that big touchdown after the huge special teams play, set up a 1st and goal at the 4-yard line, and they pounced to make it 10-7. What are you noticing so far?
I'm noticing that Akron is able to move the ball. They just have to make sure they don't turn the ball over. Their first drive, they end up fumbling the ball. The second drive, they end up throwing an interception for a touchdown. When they actually controlling the ball, they do a good job of it. They just have to make sure that they keep it.
DJ Irons already has 14 yards on the ground. He'll try to pick up some more before he's dropped at about the 15-yard line.
Coach Moorhead said they're going to use his legs a lot more, and we're seeing that already this game. You're starting to see how much that he's running the ball just to start off drives. And I think it's really going to be able to help them continue to move the ball throughout this game.
Yeah, you haven't seen a lot of that on tape so far this year for that Zip offense. This time the handoff, not much up the middle for the Zips. But Price, who does have the lone touchdown for the Zips, he had the carry, and Anders, you're going to hear his name throughout the broadcast today. Darren Anders has been terrific so far this year. He made the grab. 3rd down and 1, and they get through with the first down. Big run by Price.
They hand the ball off to Price, and his big O-line just gets some solid holds for him, and Nate Williams allows him to be able to get this first down.
Irons will scramble and get out of bounds, but another big gain, and his legs have served him well so far in this football game.
This is going to be a big part of their success today. If he can just continue to move around the pocket and allow his legs to establish the run, I think that DJ Irons is going to have a great game today.
Now out to the 33, 2nd down and 3. Irons all alone. This thing run all the way, and he's got room to run. He'll kick it to the outside. Past midfield. He's finally brought out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Nice pickup there.
So this is a quarterback power. Offenses like to get in an empty set to see what the defense is doing. And you see number 76, Nate Williams, pull around so he can just set up blocks for his big quarterback, DJ Irons. And now they're in Falcon field position.
27 yards on the design run from the quarterback, Irons, who looked like he wanted to go tempo, and the official said, hold on. And this time, the handoff. Boy, big carry as Price trucked his defender and stayed on his feet. I think he's letting him know about it.
Like we said earlier, that big body, that 220 frame is wearing down on this Bowling Green defense, and you see it right there. It allows them to have a 2nd and 2 situation, and you can pick whatever play in the playbook you want right now.
Boy, able to get all the way out near the 30, but this play disrupted. Never had a chance. Terrific defensive play that time by the Falcons.
The Zips try to get pretty and do the zip motion and then do a read option off of it. And the smart thing for DJ Irons to do is to hand it off. And he almost handed it off to Bryce Brand. He was right there in the backfield, and that slowed down this drive right now.
So 3rd and 7. Big defensive play for the Falcons. Irons has to step up. No time is brought down at the 45-yard line. A sack there by that Falcons defense. Carl Brooks, among others, on the play.
It kind of looked like a party back there in the backfield. Right now, they send the blitz. The Falcons send the blitz, and then Mr. Brooks just come off the edge. And once the blitz is up the middle, you can't step up into the pocket, and Brooks come off the edge and gets the sack.
So, big defensive stop. Looked like the Zips had something brewing, especially on the ground, but a couple of terrific plays. The Falcons defense stuffing the Zips. And this ball will drift and bounce into the end zone, so it's a touchback. And the Falcons will get the ball at the 20. And a chance to build on that lead when we return.
Another busy day? Of course it is. You're a CIO in 2022. But you're covered with security that protects your company everywhere, on-premise, in the cloud, and right here too. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Experience the perfectly balanced, rich flavors of Lindt Excellence by the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
Grammarly adds confidence so you don't undermine your message. And offers rewrites so your ideas come through clearly. Try Grammarly today at Grammarly.com.
So, it's Friday night dinner. All of a sudden, boom. And you, Gecko, go, bundling your home and car insurance could save you hundreds. Then the neighbors are like, huh? The little girl's like, hi, Gecko. Huh?
Quite the commercial.
I know, right?
Geico. Honda SUVs and trucks give you more. Save thousands more with 1.9% financing. Get more legroom, more cargo room, more power. In stock and available with 1.9%. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Yo, my name is Luis, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the different flavors that are hitting your mouth at every millisecond. You get the explosion and the zestiness of the chicken, then that spice just kicks in, and if you add that cilantro lime, perfection.
Hi, this is Becky, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is that marinade. They make sure that it is on the entire piece of chicken and not just on top. The pepper, whatever else is secret in their marinade, is amazing.
That's just a Klarna payment split into 4. They work together to cut the cost of your purchase into smaller interest-free payments when you shop online. Hope that was the right house.
Welcome back in Akron, where Bowling Green leads 10-7. They'll get their first possession of the second quarter. Now, in that last meeting between these teams, A year ago, Akron, under the tutelage then of Tom Art, they won against Bowling Green on the road. And in that game, Matt McDonald, well, even his coach admitted, was a bit of a disaster. He had 3 interceptions, but since then, it's been a different QB. He's thrown for 17 touchdowns and 1 pick over the last 9 games. So sometimes it just takes one game to change everything. And since then, he's made really good decisions as they get across the 22-yard line. Christian Sims, first time we've called him today.
Yeah, all it takes is one game. You see this season already, McDonald is doing a good job of just making sure that all his passes are away from defenders and just to his receivers. So if his receivers don't catch it, then nobody's catching it. And I think that game last year hurt him.
All right, this ball batted down, comes right back to him. So, depending on perspective, maybe fortuitous, as he was able to haul it back in and go down with it before things got even worse.
So that's considered a pass to yourself. So he just
good hands.
He's padding his stats.
Curtis Harper. Boy, that could have been a lot worse. He was there to deflect that pass, and now the BG offense with a 3rd and 10. Need to get to the 30. Pitch and catch complete, and more. C.J. Lewis out across the 40 for a gain of 20+.
Bowling Green does a slant route right here with C.J. Lewis, and McDonald gets the ball out of his hands fast, and he gets it over the linebacker, and that was a nice gain to allow them to continue to move these chains and just get them and get back in the pace that they want to be in.
Yeah, nice adjustment by Lewis to haul it in. So big first down. Zips thought they had the stop. McDonald with a man in his face. Down the field with a receiver open. It's caught at the 15-yard line. Tyrone Broden with the big connection.
McDonald gets a great block from his O-line, steps into this pass, and just throws a dart right here to his big receiver, Tyrone Broden. He is a 6'7" receiver, and he used all that frame to catch this one right here.
Boy, Ryan Johnson almost had him for a sack. So terrific accuracy, all things considered. And then a big run by Jason Patterson, getting the Falcons closer to the end zone.
This is patience and just great blocking. The Bowling Green Falcons get a nice front. You see this double team right here. He bounces off that double team and allows Jason Patterson to be able to get this first down and goal.
Boy, Akron made wholesale substitutions, and they're able to make the stop. They looked a little confused. Patterson is brought down after he made the initial cutback. About 7 of the Zips defenders ran onto the field late.
So sometimes, especially because Bowling Green got in this big, heavy set, they run in and out different personnels, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're running different personnels in and out, but the referees have to hold it until the defense is set before the offenses can run the ball.
And now the Falcons very confused. They had big Andrew Bench split out deep to the left. And then Leffler said, all right, we've had enough. Let's get this under control. Call timeout because pivotal situation with 2nd down and goal to go at the 3. Can they pounce? Stick with us.
Thank you all for being here today. You are here because you made the decision to be collegiate student athletes. So let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if you want to win a conference championship. If you want to win a national championship. Now keep your hands up if you're willing to wake up 4:30 in the morning for mandatory workouts. If you're willing to put student first. So I'll ask you, are you willing to compete? Are you willing to execute? And are you willing to be a leader? Are you ready?
You're a CIO in 2022. So what's on the agenda? Threat briefings, IT meetings, and lots of coffee. With fully integrated security solutions all in one place. You're ready. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Welcome to Quick Trip.
Need some roller therapy?
Need a hand?
Need an extra large?
You need me to climb through your trunk, not like your car?
Yeah, that actually happened.
If you need it, we have it. QT, more than a gas station.
Our daughter's going to be marrying a guy she just met.
There's not going to be a wedding. We have to call a truce to stop her. No meanness.
No arguing.
When do we start?
Mom, Dad, this is good day.
Isn't he amazing?
Only if he drops her. So what's the plan?
We steal the rings.
I was about to say that.
But you didn't, so it's my idea.
Can't believe I got bit by a dolphin.
What's wrong with you?
He said pressure. I cannot believe my own parents have been trying to sabotage my wedding.
Well, that worked till it didn't.
Ticket to Paradise, rated PG-13.
I'm the captain of the Pee Wee football team. We are
Mighty!
annoying. Go. Thanks, Mom. And if you have cut rate car insurance, then not even a Hail Mary will save you from paying for this. So get Allstate.
Better run through the jungle.
Playoff baseball, man.
There's nothing like it. 8 teams, 4 series, best of 3.
It's about to get wild.
Because everybody else, if you get a...
All right, Falcons, second down and goal to go at the 3, where Matt McDonald will try to get them into the end zone for their first offensive touchdown of the game. Tale of 2 different seasons, really. You look at numbers like that, that is a huge improvement, and his head coach, Scott Loeffler, has really been blown away at his composure since last year. In fact, he's working on 233 straight passes without an interception. Out of the I formation, and he'll throw it. He has his big man out of the backfield. That is caught for a touchdown. Andrew Bench.
The Falcons have 2 back-to-back really nice run plays in a big personnel. And what you think that Zips were waiting on, they were waiting on the run. Play action fake, get Zip on the edge, get Bench on the edge, and allows him to walk into the end zone. And that was his 234th pass without an interception, but he also had a touchdown on that.
Now, sometimes announcers will get criticized for the jinx, but it didn't happen there. Clean throw, had his man open, and Bowling Green converts the touchdown. So they got a score on defense with a pick 6 by Burton, and now the touchdown by the big man, Andrew Bench. Zips, they need some points, down 10.
Front yards have long reigned as the showpiece of the house. But just like a good mullet, we all know the party's in the back. Barbecue Guys is committed to helping create amazing backyard experiences. With the best grills in the game, outdoor essentials, and free design services for building your ultimate backyard. It's time to bring the front yard's reign to an end.
All right, boys, let's eat.
Stop on by, barbecueguys.com.
Another busy day? Of course it is. You're a CIO in 2022. But you're covered with security that protects your company everywhere, on-premise, in the cloud, and right here too. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
If you want to ace your paper, download Grammarly. Grammarly helps you clean up messy, confusing sentences to get your point across clearly. Whoa, good looks. Future me? No problem. Thank you. Thank you. What? Grammarly checks against billions of sites and catches any accidental plagiarism. Looks good to me. Submit it. By the way, you end up getting an A+. La, 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 la.
for the child within you. Don't be afraid to be young and free. Undo the locks and throw away the keys and hug you and kiss you and love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. La 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 la.
Welcome back in Akron. Bowling Green, after the touchdown, has made it a 10-point game with some impressive work, especially down by the goal line. An easy throw for McDonald. He found bench for only his 4th catch of the season. Anthony Lima, Ryan Shazier here today as it's the start of Maction. It just feels good. A chill in the air, a little bit of a breeze. Leaves are changing colors. And you get into conference play, Ryan, it's a different story.
Yeah, in the MAC, it's just like it knows when fall comes because the weather comes right with it. And now we're seeing some great MAC ball, and I'm just ready for this season of MAC play.
All right, ball sails into the end zone. So 25-yard line is where the Zips will take over football. The football, they have 5 first downs to Bowling Green's 10 so far today. They've only thrown it for 33 yards. Maybe a bit of a surprise because head coach in his first year, Joe Moorhead, with the Zips, actually his 3rd stint as head coach, he was excited about getting his wide receivers involved, but they haven't had much of an opportunity to do so far today.
Coach Moorhead said that the strength of this offense is his receivers, but right now they're just relying on this run game.
Irons will keep it. He'll toss it down the field. Contact. And his receiver fell. Flag is on the field.
Both of those flags are in defensive penalty range. So I'm thinking we have a pass interference and a defensive holding. But let's see what the referee has here.
Irons was looking for Shockey Jacques Louis. Made a big special teams play. Had a huge return in this game that set him up for the nice touchdown.
Holding, defense number 0. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense number 10. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
So Tom Stapleton, your head referee, they had both flags on the play, with both the hold and the pass interference. So that gets them all the way out to the 40-yard line. So Moorhead, they came out attacking, and it worked out as they got the penalty. This time, Daniel George on the screen, but nowhere to go. He is met by a gang of defenders, driven out of bounds.
Jalen Burton does a good job of actually pressing the point right here and causing Jacques Louis to not actually block him, and it's 2nd and 10 just because of great play at the point.
3 receivers bunched to the right. Instead, it's a keeper. Irons had a man to beat. Would have gotten much more. Instead, he's brought down across the 45-yard line. J.B. Brown on the tackle.
They tried to do a fake screen, and DJ Irons actually aborts going to the right side of the ball where everybody was blocking because he's seen a cutback lane, and J.B. Brown was able to just make that tackle right there.
And it's a good thing he did. He would have had much more room to run, so they've stopped it right now. Need to get to midfield.
Down.
All right, that's one you don't typically see, but it gives the Zips a first down.
So normally when you get that call, that means that the defense is barking out, hut, 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 or making signals that you're not allowed to do. That's illegal.
Hey, you don't see that very often. Irons, a rocket to his receiver, Daniel George, and goes right out of bounds.
Yeah, you don't really see that often because, they chip a lot, they chirp a lot, but one thing that you don't want to, you just don't want to, cause penalties, and you see right there they end up getting one.
And it gave him a first down. So now 2nd down and 10. Again, they bunched those receivers to the right, but instead a big hole on the left side. Clyde Price, he took a hit, but he's all the way down to the 37-yard line.
The left side of this line, number 75 and number 71, Baines and Daniels just set up a nice hole for Price to run through. And right now, he's just establishing himself in this game and just showing that I can start to wear down this Bowling Green defense. This is just a point of the game that Akron gets stuck at. They get around this 50-yard line, 40-yard line, and that's where their offense stalls. So they just have to make sure that they can keep moving this drive on right here.
Irons with time, goes up top, and it is incomplete, just off the hands of the intended target, Tristan Brank. Right up the seam, he had him.
This is a beautiful throw. He pisses over the DB's shoulder, but Brank slows down a little bit right here, and it touches his hands. He has to come down with this catch. He's going to want this one.
And Darren Anders in coverage.
That's that matchup that all offenses like, to have that tight end on the linebacker. The tight ends are typically better athletically.
Screen on the right side. This time, Jacques Louis had some room to run. Finally brought down. Boy, they love getting him the football. He is explosive.
Jacques Louis, he's one of those type of players you want to get the ball into his hands right now. That's how he was able to get that long kickoff run, and that's how he was able to get this first down right here. He's very shifty, and he's really good at making guys miss.
Irons again from the gun. Out to the 20, inside the 15. Another passing catch. Clyde Price is finally brought down.
On this drive, the Zips are establishing offense and getting the ball to their playmakers quick, and that's exactly what they do right here.
This drive started at their own 25. They're all the way down to the 14-yard line. And that time, Price did take a hit. Looked like he was going down, got back up, and then he was sent down.
Price just followed his O-line. Look at this great block by number 65, Tony Georges, and just allows him to be able to get another 5-yard gain.
They might have missed that. Now they have stopped it. It did look, upon replay, that his knee was down shortly after carrying the football.
So everybody that's watching this game and thinking, hey, I thought you can get down and get back up. Well, there's a difference in rules in college and the NFL.
Have to review, the runner is down at the 13-yard line. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, in college, if you go down, once you go down, you're established down. Right here, you see him go down on his knee and get back up. In the NFL, if you're not touched, you can get back up. So if you're a little bit confused on this one right here, that is why they moved the ball back, and it's 2nd and 9 now.
Also a scenario where that instant replay is triggered. That call is made already. That's why it happened so quick. They want to speed up the games. Irons, a wide open throw and catch. The pop pass touchdown. What a play drawn up. Clyde Price with the score.
This is exactly what Coach Moorhead was talking about at the beginning of the week. We're going to establish DJ Irons' legs, so it's putting fear into this Falcons defense, and they fake the quarterback power, have Mr. Price sneak into behind the DBs and the linebackers, and everybody committed on the run and dump it right over their head. This is a beautiful play call right here.
Boy, that is a terrific call. Joe Moorhead dialing up the offense, and we have plenty of points now here in the first half. Both offenses getting in gear. Impressive 75-yard drive by the Zips.
Dish and Sling customers, ESPN is no longer available on your TV lineup. Don't miss out on college football, Monday Night Football, MLB, SportsCenter, and more. Go to keepmyespn.com for more information.
You know when all you can see is this area here? Lines, dark circles.
New Revitalift Eye Serum by L'Oreal with hyaluronic acid plus caffeine. Applied with the triple bead roller. It visibly replumps eye wrinkles and brightens dark circles. New Revitalift Eye Serum by L'Oreal Paris.
You're a CIO in 2022. So what's on the agenda? Threat briefings, IT meetings, and lots of coffee. With fully integrated security solutions all in one place. You're ready. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Man's gonna get you.
Michael Myers kills babysitters, not kids.
He's not dead. He's watching me. I know you're in here.
You're obsessed with death.
You came here to kill me. Do it.
Halloween ends. Rated R.
Welcome to Quick Trip.
Need some roller therapy?
Need a hand?
Need an extra large?
You need me to climb through your trunk, not like your car?
Yeah, that actually happened.
If you need it, we have it. QT, more than a gas station.
This is the planning effect. Nina's got a lot of ideas for the future. A lot of ideas. So when she wants a plan based on what matters most, she turns to Fidelity. At Fidelity, anyone can create a free plan, a plan that can change as your priorities do. And Nina's free plan, it leaves her free to focus on what's important right now. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
Need a backup plan? Get Plan B one step. Plan B helps prevent pregnancy before it starts by temporarily delaying ovulation. And you can resume your regular birth control right away. I've got this.
Better run through the jungle.
You know soccer can be long, too dramatic. Well, I'll give it up. Bundesliga. It's a whole other game. Football may not always be perfect, but Bundesliga is football as it's meant to be.
So an impressive drive by the Zips. 10 plays, 75 yards, and the nifty play call down at the 13-yard line. Clyde Price, who's now touched it 8 times, 7 carries, has that touchdown catch, and that's exactly the type of series that Joe Moorhead wanted to see out of his Zip offense.
And to me, it seems like they're going with the hot hand, and the hot hand right now is Price.
Ball retrieved at the 10. And out to about the 28-yard line, which is where the Falcon offense will take over the football. Matt McDonald so far 7 of 11 for 113 yards. Does have that nice touchdown throw. So far, Patterson has been the leading rusher, 37 yards. And this one gets to the outside. Nice gain out past the 40-yard line. And a nice first play by Jalen Embry to start things off.
Down at 38-yard line.
The Falcons do a jet sweep, just put the ball in Emery's hands, then allow his teammates just to be in front and already have a running start when he's coming around the corner. I think that was a great play just to start off the drive.
So Markham 1 yard short of the first down. They carry Patterson again, and he's tackled out about midfield.
So this play right here is a split zone. A split zone is when the O-line is blocking one way, and then you send the tight end across to block the end of the line of scrimmage. And this tight end, number 85, just comes across the line of scrimmage and just puts a wonderful block on for him.
Kevon Kroom, they're helping lead the way. And this time it's Kroom with the football, but a flag thrown in late. Looked to be some confusion over there by that Akron D. We'll await the call.
Holding, offense number 10. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Levi Gazarek, two-sport athlete here at Bowling Green. They'll get him with the hold.
So, as a defender, I hate holdings more than anybody, but you just can't have you have the hands inside, but once the defender tries to release, you have to let them go, and that's what they get Jarek for right here.
So that pushes the offense back, but movement might give the Falcons 5 yards more.
Offside. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Kyle Thomas, the 6'3 junior.
That eases the pain a little bit for Bowling Green's offense because they had a 1st and 20, now it's a 1st and 15.
At the 45-yard line. So a little disjointed right now on this possession, but McDonald from the gun has some protection, will step up, and he'll keep it past midfield and uses his legs to get near that first down marker. And we'll see where they spot it.
McDonald is looking downfield. You see his eyes downfield. He doesn't see anything, stepping into the pocket and just gets a nice 8-yard, 13-yard run to allow them to get this 2nd and 2.
We'll see if Leffler is aggressive on this call, which is short yardage and creeping deeper into Akron territory, but this time some movement by that Bowling Green offensive line.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Jalen Grant, the junior, is whistled, so our third flag already on this possession. We had somewhat of a clean game up until this point. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Akron has elected to have the clock start on the snap.
So Akron wants the time to actually wait, too. So that ended up being almost like a timeout for Akron as well.
McDonald throws deep down the right side. Broden, the intended target. Instead, that goes out of bounds. Make that Jalen Embry the intended target.
Bowling Green's been aggressive, and they've won a score right here in this situation. Right now, you want to make sure that you can get as many points as you can going into halftime. Right now, they're up 3, but they would like to be up 10. So I would expect them to be a little bit aggressive here and still try to get this first down.
They had Hilaire in motion. McDonald shuffles that one off to the right side. It's complete, but short of the first down. And that's Teron Keith. You noted earlier they love looking at him on third down because of his big playmaking ability.
He reminds me of Jacques Louis on the other side. They get him the ball on the edge and wants him to be able to create early. But I give the credit to number 15, KJ Martin, because he makes him cut back into the defense, and it stops this. It makes the Zips force them on a 4th down and 3. So now it makes Coach Leffler make a decision. Do you want to punt the ball and give us an opportunity to go and score, or do you want to be aggressive and get this first down? But if you don't get this first down, now we have the ball at half the field.
Well, they look like they were going to use that offense out on the football field, and so Akron called timeout with 4th and 3 looming. And McDonald is heading right back out. So they need to get to the 41-yard line. And he is under center. You haven't seen a ton of this by Bowling Green. Hilaire in motion to the near side. And back in motion again.
They're trying to get him to jump off sides right here.
Still 10 to go on the play clock. And now at 5. One last attempt to draw Akron offside. They were having none of it, so the timeout.
30 seconds. Timeout Bowling Green. They're 7.5.
The Zips absolutely ready for that one.
That was a great timeout, and the reason I'm going to tell you why it was a great timeout. It was a great timeout for 2 reasons. Coach Moorhead went in there and told his defense, make sure nobody jumps off sides. And you see that they were prepared for this moment, but then it also stops the clock. So now they have a 4th down situation where they're about to get the ball. It's a minute and 29 seconds, so they'll probably get it with a minute and 20 seconds unless they have a good return here. And it gives DJ Iron and his offense an opportunity to go into the half tied or up.
All right, the punt sends this ball deep. Inside the 3, it's muffed. Who's on it? Boy, Bowling Green looks like they have the football. Number 13 for the Falcons.
Said the receiver muffed the ball. It was recovered by the kicking team. First down, Bowling Green.
Charles Rosser pounces. A huge miscue right before the half.
Coach Tomlin always told our punt returners, always come into the punt, never go backwards into the punt. And right here, this is a situation where he was backing up into the punt. It's hard to actually find the ball, and you see it right here. It bounces off his chest, and now Bowling Green has a great opportunity to go up with a larger lead.
Bobby Golden not able to retrieve that punt. And so great field position at the 3. McDonald throwing into the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Christian Sims.
That's how you turn a negative into a positive very fast. All those penalties caused Bowling Green to have to punt the ball. The punt ended up getting muffed, and Bowling Green takes advantage of this situation, and now they're up 10, and Christian Sims does a good job to do a pick route, allows him to get behind his defender, get in front of his defender. So just a beautiful throw by Mr. McDonald, and now he has 12 touchdowns on the season.
Just a disastrous miscue on special teams. We've seen a slew of them so far today. And just like that, the extra point is good, and the Falcons surge ahead to a 10-point cushion. Now watch McDonald.
This is a play. You put McDonald on the run and then do a pick play, and you have a linebacker guarding Mr. Sims on the run. After getting picked, this is a situation that most linebackers aren't prepared for. They're not ready for it. And this is a great play call by this Bowling Green offense to allow them to be able to go up, and now it puts the ball back into Akron court. Can you make a touchdown or a field goal to be able to close the gap with a minute and 15 seconds?
Now, Leffler loves his tight ends, Christian Sims, and also the freshman, true freshman, Harold Fanning from down the road, Canton McKinley. He was really excited, called him a freak this week on multiple occasions. That's a good thing for those just joining us in the sports world, in the football world. When you're characterized as a freak, that is a very, very good thing because of the physical gifts that Fannin has. Unfortunately, he re-aggravated a lower body injury, so did not make the trip after last week catching 5 balls for 49 yards in a loss to Mississippi State. Akron now will get it back, provided they hold on to the football, which has been in doubt at times today. And so, Ran, how aggressive? Down 10, but still a minute 9 to go. But, you know, when things go haywire right before the half like this, knowing that you do get the ball at the start of the second half, does that change your line of thinking at all?
It changed your line of thinking, and Coach said before the game that the strength of his team is his receivers. So I'm going to put the ball into DJ Irons in these receivers' court and see if they can at least get us some points on the board because we know we're getting the ball back.
So they'll start at the 25. Irons under pressure, does fire. And Clyde Price is out of bounds right at the 29-yard line, does stop the clock.
A lot of people are looking at a minute and it's like, man, that's not a lot of time. But it actually is a lot of time. You have 2 timeouts. When you get first downs, that stops the clock. So there's a lot of time for them to make a play. We just have to see if they're going to make it.
Second down, Irons. Similar play. This time, Price is taken down inbounds. Nice tackle right there. J.B. Brown, we've called his name already a handful of times.
J.B. Brown was like, I'm not having this. You guys are giving Price the ball too much. That is my man, and I'm prepared for this moment.
And just like that, 3rd and 5, Irons has to step up. He'll be able to get the first down with his legs out across the 41. Did hold on to the football as he transferred the way he held that ball. But that stops the clock, and now it's back up and running. He'll spike it with 30 seconds left before the half.
That was a pretty aggressive spike right there.
Gotta make sure everybody knows.
So DJ Iron was looking downfield. There was nothing there, and he had to use his legs. And I think he was aggressively spiking it because he understands this is an opportunity for us right now to put points on the board, and he has to run. He understands it's going to be tough to run it in.
Pretty big 2-minute drill for the QB. He only has 7 starts under his belt. This time connecting at midfield.
So he finds his go-to target, George, right down the middle of the field, and it allows him to be able to have the first down, stops the clock, and then is going to give them another opportunity to just keep moving this ball.
This time, no spike. Instead, tries to roll out, but he is almost brought down before he fires this one deep out of bounds. So 11 seconds left for the Zips to try to get this maybe in field goal range. And it's important to note that Noah Perez has unseated Corey Smeagol, the captain, for the kicking job. And his career long is 44. And that ball incomplete. Daniel George had it, would have just had to step out of bounds, and they would have been close to field goal range.
Yeah, that was a really tough pass. The Falcons are just putting so much pressure. They're doing a lot of stunts and changing up the way the front is putting pressure on DJ Irons and his O-line, and it's really making DJ Irons to make good throws. And right here, he just underthrows George, and he wasn't able to catch it.
Well, you look back, you wonder if they should have called timeout after the previous catch from Daniel George, and now they're basically out of time. We'll see if the timer does keep 1 second left on the clock.
This is a situation now. You have to throw the Hail Mary and see if he can get down there, or a hook and lateral type of situation. It's 1 second left. You can just run the ball, but you just have to make sure you make the right decision.
Well, there's no doubt Loeffler doesn't want anything bad to happen to his defense before the end of the half. They know Akron gets the football to start the second half of play, but you're looking at the Zips, they have timeouts, and they had that completion over the middle of the field. Might have been able to call timeout and save some of the seconds, but they're left here with just one left.
There's a few instances where I watched, and we all watched, where they could have called timeout. The one instance where DJ Irons got the first down, that was a situation, they didn't really lose a lot of time. But the one situation where George caught the ball, I feel like they could have used a timeout in 2 or 3 of those different situations, where right now they might actually have 30 or 40 seconds on the clock compared to 1.
So with 1 second left, provided there's no penalty, this will be the last play of the half. We'll see what kind of an arm DJ Irons has. And do you like the alignment right now by the Falcons D? Irons will throw it. He'll take a hit. This ball dies at about the 4-yard line. And that'll do it for the first half, as Irons is a little wobbly getting back up to his feet. He did take a hit That's something we will certainly monitor. But we're at the half, and the Falcons have put up 24 points. Wait, Irons walking off the field. We'll check into his health, as already this season he has taken some licks. He was knocked out of that Michigan State game earlier this year. Stick with us. We've got a loaded halftime show for you as we are well underway. MAC football on ESPN.
Front yards have long reigned as the showpiece of the house. But just like a good mullet, we all know the party's in the back. Barbecue Guys is committed to helping create amazing backyard experiences. With the best grills in the game, outdoor essentials, and free design services for building your ultimate backyard. It's time to bring the front yard's reign to an end.
All right, boys, let's see.
Stop on by barbecueguys.com.
Speak your truth without saying a word. Color-Riche Reds of Worth. 6 elegantly saturated wearable shades that make the ultimate statement. Rediscover the power of red from L'Oréal Paris. Because you're worth it.
Trying to act like everything's okay won't make it okay. And by drinking and doing drugs, or not telling anyone what's wrong, can make you feel even more isolated. Talk to someone about how you're feeling. Get help dealing at talkheals.org.
Wait! Did you download Grammarly? If you want to ace this paper, then don't press submit. Grammarly helps you clean up your messy, confusing sentences to get your point across clearly. Sorry I'm late. Did you know that Grammarly checks against billions of sites and catches any accidental plagiarism? Looks like an A+ to me. Looks like we got to the CEO position.
Any job at Amazon can turn into a higher-paying career. For employees looking for security today, we offer good pay, health care on day one, and the flexibility to spend time with your family while making a living. For opportunity tomorrow, free technical training moves employees into higher-paying jobs in fields like robotics and software engineering.
They actually train you in software development. It has tripled my income.
At Amazon, today is just the start, and tomorrow is what you make of it.
If you know, you know.
Crispy corners, sauce on top.
If you know, you know.
Detroit style is back at Pizza Hut, just $12.99. You are trouble. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Affleck.
Seriously? Now there's a hole in your defense. Look at the size of that. Gap! Is that a goat?
You talking about me?
Gap! I think this goat is saying gap.
Must be talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
So who's talking about the money Affleck pays to help close that gap?
Affleck. Gap. Affleck. Gap.
It's about to go down, baby.
Affleck. Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Affleck is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate. To put the world on pause. Lindor Almond Butter, made to melt you. By the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
It's halftime here in Akron. Coming up, we'll check in with Eli Manning and bring you all the first half highlights. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MAC football on ESPN.